hip hinges. This is where your feet are about shoulder width apart and they're flat on the ground the entire time. You're going to have the PVC pipe just about 1 foot in front of you. You will be pushing your hips back as your arms go forward. Keep spine long and only flex at your hips. Breathe out as you come back up to standing to activate your core. Your buttock muscles should be doing most of the work to come back to standing. Perform 10 to 15 repetitions as a warm-up. Seated shoulder circles. You can sit on a low stool or a yoga block to mimic a deep squat position. Your feet will be flat on the floor, just slightly wider than hip width to be comfortable. Grab your PVC pipe with your arms out in a Y position in front of you. Stretch those arms overhead and continue around your back if your shoulders allow. If you are unable to go through the entire circle, then go as far as you can and then return to the starting position. Spine stays long and your front ribs should remain down and prevent a flare. Do about 10 to 15 repetitions as your warm-up. Overhead squat. Start in a standing position. Grab your PVC pipe with your arms out in a Y position in front of you. Stretch those arms overhead so your hands are in line with your hips and ankles. Squat down as low as you are able. Your spine should stay long, your front ribs should remain down, and your arms attempt to remain in line with your hips and ankles throughout the entire movement. You can have your feet flat on the floor or elevated by using a small step or like a dumbbell as used in the video. Step back lunge plus rotation. Start in standing with your PVC pipe held in your arms or even put behind your head on your shoulders to hold it there. Step one leg back into a lunge position where both knees are about 90 degrees flexed. Then remain in that lunge position and rotate your shoulders and trunks towards your front leg. Try and keep spine long and do not collapse through your side. Come back to standing and repeat on the other side. Perform about 20 to 30 repetitions in total. An RDL or single leg deadlift plus rotation. Start in standing with pipe held behind your back. Lift one leg with the knee at hip height, with the opposite leg strong but have a soft knee. Stretch your lifted leg back behind you while hinging on the standing leg, while keeping your balance. If able, then rotate your shoulders and your trunk towards your down strong leg as far as you can without losing balance. Spine should stay long, front ribs should remain down. Touch down between repetitions if needed to keep balance. Videos are not perfect form, and they should not look perfect. They should be challenging your balance. Perform about 10 to 15 repetitions on each leg. Sumo squat variation. Start with legs wider than shoulder width. Rotate your toes outward to about 2 and 10 o'clock on the clock. Squat down while keeping your knees in line with your toes. Grab your PVC pipe and hold it in front of you. Remain in that squat and move the PVC pipe to one side as you raise the heel from the floor. Repeat to the other side. During this movement, your spine should stay long and front ribs should remain down. Stand up from the squat if you need a break. Perform 20 to 30 repetitions in total. Half kneeling Pavlov press. Start in a half kneel with one leg in front of the other. The more narrow your base, the more difficult it will be for your balance. Hold a PVC pipe in front of you while the resistance band is pulling from the side. Keep spine long and core activated. You will press your arms in front of you while trying to keep that PVC pipe in line with the center of your chest. The band should be pulling on the same side as your down and strong leg. Perform about 10 to 15 repetitions on each side. Seated trunk rotation. Sit on the floor with your feet on a slider and PVC pipe held in front of you. Keep your spine long and upright. In the video, I used the blue yoga block behind my back to ensure I'm sitting up straight. You will be rotating to one side as you move the slider out by straightening your legs. You want to breathe out as you rotate, return to center, then repeat to the opposite side. The goal as you extend your legs is to ensure both legs are pushing down to the floor equally, no matter which side you are rotating to. Repeat 10 to 15 repetitions on each side. Quadruped leg slide. No PVC pipe is needed. We are using a furniture slider in this video. Start on your hands and knees. Your hands on your shoulders, hips stacked on knees, spine long and neutral. The slider is underneath each foot. Activate your front core to keep your spine neutral as you kick one leg straight back. Repeat 10 to 15 repetitions on each leg. Quadruped hip extension. You will be starting on hands and knees with your hands on your shoulders, hips stacked on knees, and spine long and neutral. One slider under each foot. Activate your front core to keep spine neutral as you kick one leg back until knee is straight. Once leg is straight, lift your outstretched leg without losing your trunk position. The goal is not height of lift, but more thinking of the length of the leg. Repeat 10 to 15 repetitions on each leg. Quadruped hover hip extension. Start in hands and knees position. Hands under shoulders, hips stacked on knees, spine long and neutral, and one slider under each foot. Activate your front core to keep spine neutral as you lift your knees from the floor. While in this hover position, kick one leg back while keeping spine neutral. Return and repeat on the opposite leg. Return back to start position. You can do about 5 repetitions total. If you are doing them correctly, they should be quite fatiguing. Hip circles. Start by standing with your PVC pipe upright in front of you on the floor. Hinge your hips back as your arms stretch out in front of you. Slide your hips to one direction as your hands go to the opposite direction. Imagine you are moving in a circle as you slide your hips to the other direction and then return to standing. Repeat to the opposite direction of the circle. Do 10 repetitions to each direction to cool your body down.